and Carillion Construction. Please welcome Sharon Yao and Judy Yu.
A very good morning to His Excellency Dato' Ahmad Rasidi Hazizi, honorary guests, Dato' and Datins, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank Maybank for the opportunity to come and speak here today. My name is Sharon Yao and I'm representing Bar London Flat. So today, my colleague Jody and I would like to quickly give you a run through of the market drivers for the London property, show you how we identify hotspots, and share with you our buying strategy, and also a little bit about us. So before I continue, as echoing that from His Excellency, there are a few orang kayas around. So I'd like to just have a show of hands if anyone in the room already invests in property in London. Right, okay, so I think we have a lot of Malaysian malu-malu, so that's fine. I guess I am at the right place, because then we can help you to buy more if you haven't already bought. So let's have a quick look at market factors influencing the London property. As Daniela has already mentioned, there has been quite a number of government interventions, and there's been changes in taxes and also new policies for buy-to-lets. But nonetheless, London is still a key hub for employment. And also with the continuing growth in population, there is still an undersupply in terms of homes. We are expecting a demand of 40,000 new homes to be built or required in order to keep up with the demand, but we're only building half of it. So there is still undersupply, and the next thing is we also have the EU referendum coming up. No doubt this EU referendum will create some noise and distort the market, but it also creates buying opportunities. For example, as we can see in the last couple of weeks, with the ongoing continuation of uncertainty around Brexit, we have seen the weakening of the pound. This creates opportunities if you're buying from abroad, because then you can capitalize on the currency exchanges. I think just less than 5 months ago, the pound was 6.6 to a ringgit, and now it's 5.8 to a ringgit. And over the last few years, we have also seen a number of gentrification and regeneration across London, mainly, as we all know, Nine Elms, Old Street, Lewisham, and many more places. So with billions of pounds being invested in these areas, these places will get better and prices will increase. Global market turbulence is also another factor affecting the market, and with recent global stock market crisis and political unrest, investors will be looking for safe havens to protect their capital. So London is privileged that it remains a safe haven and will continue to be a place for investors to come and invest. Lastly, we also have infrastructure investments that will help the property market. We've got Elizabeth Line that's already underway, and also potentially come the budget announcement tomorrow, which we will probably hear more about Crossrail 2. This will help enable Londoners to be more mobile, and it will also help to boost the property market. Just in case if people are wondering what Elizabeth Line is, it's not the new luxury cruise liner for your next holiday destination. It's actually the new name for Crossrail. It's been named after the Queen. Some may say it's ironic because Her Majesty is probably the least likely person to use it. So how do bearing in mind with these market drivers, how do we identify hotspots? Our approach is very data-driven. So we look at factors like demographics, income, supply of new developments, price comparables, planning applications, and so on. So let's say, for example, if we wanted to have a heat map that shows us a map of London where areas are a bit more affordable, So from the data that we have, we can plot something like this, which is a map of London, showing areas that are in darker colours, which presents areas that are more expensive, and gradually going on towards the lighter colours areas which are more affordable. And then we can layer upon this map any additional factors that may influence the market, for example, new infrastructure developments, and in this case, we plotted the Elizabeth Line route. We can then expand those routes as well and look at what are the vicinity areas and catchment areas around those train stations. So as you can see, the pink around the stations are a 1.5 kilometer radius. And then on top of that, we can also lay over the supply that is currently being built or planned to be built. So as you can see, the smaller bubbles will show smaller schemes of developments, and the bigger ones will be representing bigger developments. I'm sure you all will see that it's very difficult to see in the map, and we've purposely done that. So this is just an illustrative view of how we use data analytics to actually identify hotspots and opportunity areas. So this helps us to build our approach, which is a value-driven method. We first look at identifying good value stocks, and then negotiating for win-win points and terms, and then offering those to our investors. This then results in a very proactive, data-driven, value-added package, and it is a win-win for both investors and developers. This is very different from the traditional approach of seeking out stocks to sell, and then agents pitching for the best offer to get the instruction to sell those products, and then those properties will then be offered to investors on the open portal or at roadshows. Generally, this results in pricing being overinflated, and the value is wasted on high marketing costs. So now that we have an idea of how we identify hotspots, I'm going to pass you on to my colleague who's going to go through with you some of our buying strategies as well as the projects that we're working on. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Hi, guys. So I'm wary of the time we have now, so I'll take you a quick run through of a couple of schemes that we have actively live and a couple of schemes we've done in the past. So as Sharon mentioned, we're very demand driven, and we specifically represent the investor in how we operate. Going on to some schemes that we're currently doing. As you can see, these are 5 schemes that we've done in the past year, 2 of which we have actually completed and sold out our full allocation. I'm going to walk you through some examples. So the first one, Greenland Place and Greenwich Collection. These 2 schemes are very much part of our mantra. We're very pro Canary Wharf. We like the idea of Canary Wharf, what it does to London. And these 2 schemes are located in Greenwich, a DLR line straight to Canary Wharf, and Surrey Quays, Canada Water, which again is a 2-stop distance from Canary Wharf Station. Here we managed to secure a 18-unit allocation and a 26-unit allocation for our investors. We negotiated a bulk discount, Greenland Place being at £25,000 on average per unit, and Greenwich Collection 5%, which is £30,000 discount for investors, and we managed to secure the prices at 5 to 6% rental yield, which is the parameters that we normally aim for our investments. One thing we look at a lot when we identify opportunities is the comparable pricing to nearby new developments. So in these 2 cases, we noticed that the pricing here was on average 20% cheaper than other new build stock, and with this value, we think that it's very attractive to get our investors inside. One important fact to note is that actually this company was set up by landlords and investors. So Sharon and myself, we also do partake in investments. So we put our money where our mouth is, really. A couple of schemes we're currently marketing. One is City Wharf Old Street. We like the Silicon Roundabout story. There are a number of new developments actually on Old Street, but we noticed that the City Wharf development had a 30% price differential or value to other schemes marketing there. We managed to secure 10 units initially early this year, which we sold out completely, and we're currently starting a second phase here, and we're seeing very strong appetite. Other schemes we're looking at Camden Courtyards by Barrett. Again here, there's a 25% value differential with other schemes in the area, and managed to secure on average £40,000 discount for investors. And the last scheme is in Isleworth. This is interesting actually because it's sandwiched by very affluent areas in the west, and we still see very good value. We can get 4.5% yields, rental yields on the properties. So this gives you a short flavour of what we look for, and just running quickly through. We also do distressed sales with the uncertainty of the market, global unrest. There are some opportunities whereby buyers can't complete. Through our partner agencies, we do see a number of distressed opportunities. I'll just run through something quickly. There was an opportunity in NW Wharf, Greenwich. The buyer purchased it 2014 prices at 430, was willing to sell at 400. We acquired it for a client at 400 and managed to exit at 465. As with these things, you have to move quite fast, so cash buyers are recommended. Other things we deal with are small development opportunities, JVs with local developers, and also commercial opportunities. We've done a number of hotels and office blocks. A short slide about us. We are, together with our partner company, Rent London Flat, we're an end-to-end, fully serviced estate agency. We acquire, we let, we manage, and we exit as well. We're Asian focused, we're run by Malaysians, Singaporeans, and we look forward to working more closely with you. Thank you.